Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Parlay Revival. So we are currently sailing up the west coast of New Zealand, which is renowned as the most treacherous coast in the country, with safe anchorages being basically non-existent. So once you commit, you have to get all the way up or risk having to turn around. In this episode, we hit waves so steep that we are forced to throw large warps out the back of the boat to stop us surfing into the waves in front.
Throw in the headsail.
First bluefin?
We hope so. Peeled a lot of line, but we were moving quite quick. Just taking it steady. Come on, gear, hold up. Yeah. Straight away, yep. Not 100. I reckon it should be 30 kilo. Put a bleed cut there, bleeding it out. You hear the boys? We finally got one. We got really bad weather coming for a couple of days, so we probably won't be able to fish, but our freezer's full. First bluefin tuna. There we go. So this is totally boneless now, the way that Jono told us to do it. That's what we're having for lunch. We caught blue cod, we caught crayfish, we caught power, and now this big bluefin tuna. This is my first time eating bluefin, I think. It just melts in your mouth. That's nice, like that. I could eat that all day, every day. It's the best tuna I've ever had, hands down. Just making some lazy sushi roll here. Bit of sesame, bit of soy. You roll that bad boy up and smash it. That's living.
So we continued up the west coast of New Zealand, having committed to going all the way around Cape Reinga while we had somewhat of a weather window. We were in the Tasman Sea and knew conditions were going to be rough, but the weather down here can often be a lot worse than forecasted.
How are the watches going?
Alright, first watch from 8 to 10 PM was a flipping nightmare. Everything was happening. The preventer got loose on holding the boom across, and then the boom started slamming, so I had to come down and get Colin. Then it changed and it gusted up to 34 knots, riding down the waves at 10 knots. That watch was just silly.
Pretty much 25 to 30 knots out here, well, all night and all day today, but we're averaging about 7.5 knots. This is the real deal out here. 11 knots. 12 knots.
The conditions continued to worsen as the sea started to reach the 4 to 5 meter range. That's about 15 feet. We had 3 reefs in the main, and we were wing on wing with the headsail, and Parlay was getting thrown around like a little corkscrew. We were very happy to be going with the swell, not against it.
We've got a 4 meter swell behind us, but it's at 9-second swell period, so it's just super steep. And we've surfed down them twice now. We've almost done a 90-degree turn before it comes right again. So we're going to put out these big polyprop lines that we have. We're going to put 3 knots in each one and just tow them behind us. And you'll be surprised how much drag that adds. We'll lose maybe a knot and a half even. It does exactly the same thing as what a drogue would do. Yeah. See the stern, when it's short and choppy like that, the stern's just going all over the place. You just need to straighten it up. Getting real hard to hold. Feel how much weight is on that. It's definitely doing something. 2 of them out the back. Feel good about that. Still doing 7 knots. But it's just like a constant, and there's no surfing, so that's really made a difference. I was cooking, and I looked back and I saw that wave, and I looked here, and it slid off, and I caught it. I caught it like here. This is full of boiling water.
That's why the captain shouldn't be in the galley.
Not belonging here.
So I've just finished my watch. Thought I'd try to describe how it feels to be out here. Thank God we put those warping lines out. It was, 15-foot seas, but a 9-second swell period, so extremely steep. It just felt like someone had just put the handbrake on slightly. Everything was just much more controlled. But yeah, I wasn't scared, and the boat was safe, the crew was safe. It was just that when you're out here, you're at the whim of Mother Nature and there's literally nothing you can do. Having the predict winds weather forecasting is just, it's worth its weight in gold, because you know that within the next 12 hours the wind will die, which will mean the seas will calm down, and it's exactly what's happened. I guess in summary, I'm very relieved that we're not in 30 knots anymore and it's more like 15, but I'll be pretty happy to arrive in Opura, because sailing around New Zealand is tough.
Luckily for us, the predict wind forecast was correct, and the next day the conditions went from one extreme to the other.
We're running out of wind. I think what we're going to run is just the spinnaker out the front alone. Okay, go for it. Yeah, baby, 8 knots. Woo! Oh, we're in gear. Oh. Feels so good to have some sun on us. Holy crap, we're flying. That looks sexy.
We had been in near freezing temperatures down in the South Island, but as we travelled further north, we were finally able to thaw out a little bit.
Back in board shorts, where I belong.
Put your shorts on.
I didn't trust the weather that much yet, so I just left my pants on, pulled them up just in case I got to slide them down for a bit more temperature.
It had been 2 months since we had decided that we would circumnavigate New Zealand, and it was bittersweet to be nearing the end of the journey. The west coast of New Zealand is something that most sailors stay well clear of, for good reason. And there was a point where we actually thought we would cancel our attempt to come up this side of New Zealand. But the conditions were now as dreamy as they get, but I shouldn't speak too soon. We still had 120 miles until the finish line.
So we're coming up around the tip of the North Island, but we've just hit this gnarly 2 to 3 knot current. Absolutely wild.
We are 10 miles from Cape Reinga. We're so close. We've timed this perfectly. There's a 3 to 4 knot current that comes around the top of New Zealand, and this is right where the Tasman Sea meets the Pacific Ocean. By the time we get to Cape Reinga, we've timed it so that that's the turn of the tide, and it should just race us all the way along the top of that whole peninsula there. Once we get around there, it's just a downwind sail to the Bay of Islands to complete the circumnavigation of New Zealand. We can feel the current just starting to turn. Our speed through the water is now the same as our speed over ground.
I had this overwhelming sense of gratitude fall over me as we crept around the most northern part of New Zealand. From this point forward, there were dozens of safe anchorages at our disposal, unlike the last 700 miles we had just sailed from Milford Sound. It really did feel like we had made the right decision to circumnavigate our country, even with such short notice, as you could pretty much write a book about the things we had experienced over the last 2 months. We had the back of the boat bitten by a great white shark. We'd seen kiwis in the wild. I got to go on a Sail GP foiling catamaran. We'd driven the boat right under a waterfall in Milford Sound. It was one lifelong memory after another. And here we were, safely about to round Cape Reinga.
Something or someone or the universe has really taken care of us this trip. We've had rough weather, but that's just New Zealand. We're coming around Cape Reinga with the perfect tide helping us around. We've had southerlies pushing us north. Now we've got no wind basically to get us across, and then it's going northerly to help us go south. It's like you can't design a better passage plan than this. It's just worked out so well. Feels really good. Really good.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know.
We finally made it. It was a couple months ago. I was standing right up on that point walking past that lighthouse with my girlfriend. And if you told me that I was going to be sailing around here and on this freaking boat with all of you guys, not a chance I would have believed you. Such a special moment.
You can literally see everyone standing there staring at us. These binoculars are legit.
Chosen One bought us these. They're like $3,000. But they got stabilizing inside them. Obviously not a paid promotion, but they're good. We've just done all of the major capes around New Zealand. Pretty proud of that. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, Katie and the boys!
Yeah, the boys! And Katie. We had made it all the way to the other side of the Cape with some time to spare before the northerlies kicked in. So we made a last minute decision to anchor up for the night. We're anchored at this is the top of New Zealand.
It's too cold to go for a swim, so I'm just going to lay on here and stick my hand underwater and see what I can see.
How's the tent?
Surely you should have seen that one coming.
Surprisingly, I didn't actually.
Got a problem with the headsail. It's not furling properly, so I'm gonna go up the mast, have a look, listen into the wind there.
I didn't want to piss off the back because he would have pushed me in.
This is super stiff. Maybe all of that 30 knots, 35 knots did some damage. This does not feel good, and there's no way to get inside this. Okay, all we can do is send it up, get the right tension on it again.
It's tight as now.
I'm gonna start talking to a rigger about replacing it or servicing it. I don't know how. It looks all like there's a seal on the top so water can't get in. Then the bearings are inside that, but it's all, you gotta kind of tear the seal out to have a look inside. It's so stiff that it's binding up and wanting to pull the halyard around the forestay with it. Never ends. I'm gonna do an overnight passage. I'll do the 10 till midnight shift, get us out of here and around this last cape, and then go into Opua Friday morning. There he is.
Good morning.
What time does your watch start?
8.
The old don't bother setting an alarm.
We're pulling into Opua now to finish the circumnavigation of New Zealand.
So you got around?
Yeah.
Oh, good on you.
Just today, we've got about to finish it.
Excellent.
Thanks guys, nice to meet you.
I just cut one in for the big party tonight about us finishing the lap around New Zealand. Pretty exciting.
This is it, this is the day.
I think even if we sunk now, we could nearly swim, so we're good.
Warm welcome back to the Bay of Islands with some homemade chili sauce. It's like a
Sweet chili, yeah. Chicken wings.
Oh my god, thank you guys so much if you're watching. Okay, we've just arrived in Pai here, which is directly around the corner from Opua. And we're going to pick up John, one of our patrons. He has literally been to every single patron meetup we've had around the country. We're going to pick him up right from the dock here. And we'll take him into Opua with us. How's it going, bro?
Oh, so good to be here.
Pickup number 2.
Yeah, we've just seen Paula on her boat, another one of our patrons. She's been amazing. She's just a good friend now.
Okay, back.
Wasn't it graceful landing?
Doesn't feel real. Doesn't feel like we've just gone right round Stewart Island and then come back up to here. It's a weird feeling. New Zealand is tough to sail around, but so worth it. Bay of Islands Marina, Bay of Islands Marina. This is Parlay. Do you copy?
Yeah, Roger. Shane's on his way down now.
Thank you very much. Engine's off. We did it. Well done.
Yay!
job.
You did it!
We made it. So this was it. We had arrived at Bay of Islands Marina, where it all began to complete the lap around our whole country on a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450. We had a whole bunch of visitors come and welcome us home as they had tracked our progress around New Zealand.
Cheers, bro.
We had sailed 3,000 miles to get around, which was further in distance than our trip across the Pacific Ocean from Mexico to French Polynesia. Shark Boy's parents even turned up as a surprise, as did our patrons Marcy and Ted, who had sailed all the way from Tauranga to Wellington with us. But there was a special someone missing for the celebration, who was in Canada for her brother's wedding.
Britt's gonna be so jealous! I wish she was here too! Britt, we miss you and we love you! Mwah.
We made sure we celebrated our circumnavigation properly that night. But the next day in Opua, it was straight back to work for us, as we had now set our sights on getting to Fiji before winter really kicks in New Zealand.
We went to furl up the headsail and it wouldn't furl up. And I've just spent the last couple of days on the phone with Facnor, with 2 different riggers here, and a new one of these is $2,000 and it was going to take 10 days to come. So we thought that the bearings inside here were screwed. I was basically just playing around, and I took the sharp end of that and I just sort of stuck it down the inside of the seal, on the lip seal, and a whole bunch of pressure just released out of it, and now it spins super free. So what I believe has happened is we've sailed down to Stewart Island and that, where it's freezing cold. All of the air inside this sealed unit, there's a seal on the top and bottom, contracted, and then as we sailed up towards Cape Reinga, the air inside there expanded and it was pushing the lip seal hard up against the inside shaft here, and it was almost locking it. I can't believe that we've just solved this by sticking the caliper down inside it.
That's literally just saved me about $3,000 including shipping from France. So we're trying to think of a solution now. One thing I can think of is to put a hole in the bottom seal, but you are opening it up to the atmosphere, which is a salty environment. I'm going to talk to Jonas, who's one of the owners of Selden, see what he thinks. But I have certainly never ever heard of a pressure difference inside a swivel causing the lip seals to bind onto the shaft and make it impossible to furl the headsail. But I have read a lot of stuff online where people are having troubles furling their headsail. So, well, there's definitely an issue there. It's got to be easy.
Yeah, one arm, it's normally 2.
100%. Just pull that out by hand. It's 100 times better than it's ever been, ever. All right, back onto the never-ending jobs list. Just taking the bowsprit off. This is anodized aluminium, or aluminum for you American folks. She's cracked. That's taking all of the load of the code D, or the spinnaker if we fly it up when we fly it off the bowsprit. So we're just going to try. We've drilled out the rivets, get the end caps off. So we're going to have to break her.
I'm off to a sail repair workshop. It's being organized with the rally that we're all a part of, and I'm gonna meet Vicky Moore for the first time. So let's go check it out. Vicky, I'm Katie. Hi.
We were invited to be part of Vicky Moore's rally up to Fiji and Tonga, and every year they run these awesome workshops for rally members to attend in Opua to prepare for the crossing up to the islands. In the meantime, my friend Gareth popped in to give us a visit, who wanted to donate 50 knives to us to give to people in need who we meet on our travels.
These are so cool. Parlay rival, that's going to last someone forever. The idea is to give these to anyone in need in the very remote areas that we're about to go to. I mean, we're talking about Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Philippines. There's nothing better than a good sharp knife, and I think people are going to really appreciate it. Giveaways that make us feel good and contribute to society. Not bad.
Give Jamie a shave.
We'll give you a leg a shave.
Give him a haircut.
Yeah. Watch out for the dandruff.
Oh my god. Jamie. Jamie, get the man bun. Get the man bun, Jamie.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and all you guys that love our work episodes. You are in luck, as we are about to haul out next week to complete a massive work list before we sail to Fiji, including replacing every single one of our through hulls and also rebuilding and replacing our sail drives.